Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You're gonna have to excuse the way I am stood because right now I have three of the things in my hand which is what I'm going to be talking about today. So this past Saturday, it's now Thursday, I shot, it was bank holiday weekend here in the UK, and I was down in Leeds. Leeds is about an hour away from Manchester, shooting an all-day festival. It was Live at Leeds Festival, and it's basically one day, as I say, and the music runs from midday right through till about 11 p.m. and it's situated in different venues across the city, and he's literally just jumping around. It is full on. Like, that first festival for the summer just gets you. You're like, oh my god, I forgot how crazy it is shooting at festivals, because obviously it's just during summer. But yeah, it was absolutely awesome. Came across some amazing bands. So it's a great way to kind of find new bands that you may not have come across sort of on an everyday basis, and really just get to shoot, you know, so much energy on stage. So yeah, so what I'm going to talk about is the equipment that you will probably need, or the process as well of how to get accreditation for shooting a festival. So you guys can probably see my press passes here on the wall. The most recent one is Live at Leeds at the bottom there, which is from Saturday. So that leads me to how do you get accreditation to shoot festival. So 9 times out of 10 you need to be working for either some sort of media outlet, so that could be either a photo agency, it could be an online blog, because there's heaps of those these days. It could be for a publication if you're shooting for a publication specifically, like print media for example. Other ways, if you're working directly with the band or the record label or management, they may want you on board to be a part of that festival if it's like one of their sort of first festival appearances. So there are multiple ways of getting access to festival. The other way is obviously speaking to the promoters directly, and seeing if they need a photographer to shoot that event, as it is event photography. So there's quite a few different ways of doing that. Once you've got your accreditation, what normally happens is, if there is a photo release, you'll have a photo release to sign, generally on email or maybe even on the day in person. As long as you're happy with the photo release, you'll pick up your photo pass either at, it generally tends to be like at either the ticket office or maybe a different arena or venue, as it was at Live at Leeds, because it was situated in different venues. We picked up the press pass at the arena, which is the main arena in Leeds. So we did that, and then you're pretty much good to go and shoot whatever you want. Now, a great idea is to obviously have like an itinerary for the day, especially if you are shooting for, if you're shooting for like a blog or magazine or something like that. 9 times out of 10 you'll already have like a bunch of artists that you need to have covered. Depending on which publication you may be shooting for or which avenue you've gone down, you may find that you know, there might be more than 3 or 4 people on your team, for example, covering different parts of the festival. So it really does depend on how you're shooting it. But once you've picked up your press pass, you're pretty much good to go, and you're just jumping around, hopping from venue to venue, shooting all the bands and all that, which is amazing. And it is a long day with festivals. It was, I mean, I got back around about 11 p.m. and I headed out like 9 a.m, something like that. So it's almost like shooting a wedding, pretty much. But it was super fun. In terms of gear and equipment and what you need to shoot at a festival, again, it depends on where you're shooting. Now, if you're shooting like a really big festival, so here in the UK you've got like V Festival, you've got Park Life Festival, you've got Leeds Festival. They're the huge festivals where you've got like your main stage, and then you've got a bunch of like smaller sort of tents, if you like, dotted around. In that case, I would recommend that you get like a telephoto lens, so a 70-200 for example, that supports, you know, maybe 2.8 or anything less than 2.8. And also you'll find that because it's a festival, a lot of it is daytime shooting, and then it's just in the evening as it starts getting darker that you'll be able to drop into the 2.8 or lower. Now, with the smaller sort of festivals, you don't need a telephoto lens, which is brilliant. So, you know, if you're just starting out, for example, or if you've been shooting for a while but you're not quite there with getting a telephoto lens or renting a telephoto lens, then you only need 2 really other sort of lenses. Now, I've got them in my hand here. The ones that I took to this festival, so it was very, you know, smaller venues. Smaller venues, so you can get a lot closer to the stage. Is I had my 50mm Canon 1.4 with me. Didn't use this because I'm not too much of a fan of shooting with the 50mm, because I feel like it cuts out a lot of the environment, and with the way that I shoot, I really like to have the atmospheric sort of shots with people and the stage and sort of wider shots. So I didn't use that one. I'm just going to pop this down, so bear with me one moment. Back again, and the main lens that I was using was a 24-70, which, as you guys can see, is still attached to my camera body here, and that was it. Literally just my 5D Mark II and my 24-70mm, and that did the job literally all day. Now, because it was indoor venue as well, it was low light, so just like a normal sort of concert or show environment. But that did the job. Some of the sort of, oh my god, I'm going to drop my flash. Some of the shots I did struggle with a little bit just because the lighting was really bad. Now the other thing was that they didn't, I mean, the criteria normally is first 3 songs, no flash. However, with this festival, because it's the first time that I've done this specific one, I didn't know whether they would let us use flash, or I didn't take the flash with me just because of the requirement, you know, they'd already said that wasn't allowed. However, there were a bunch of photographers that were using their flash guns, so if you are heading out to a festival, take your flash gun. I use this a lot even for smaller venues here in Manchester or any other smaller intimate gigs, because you can get some really sort of creative shots. I'm going to pop these down, bear with me a minute. So yeah, you guys only really need like 1 or 2 lenses. Obviously you can have like a backup body also, that's always a good idea just in case anything happens, because technology, you know, it can go kaput on you at any time. But other than that, your memory card, your batteries, backups, and maybe a battery charger in case you run out of battery. But I always have 4 to 5 batteries with me that are fully charged, 4 to 5 memory cards in case there's any issues with it. But that's basically it. So if you guys want to shoot a festival, make sure you're shooting either for promoter, record label management, or publication, or a blog, and then you pick up your photo pass on the day, normally at a ticket office or a venue, as I say, and you pretty much just go crazy for it. But it's always great to, as I say, plan ahead, research the bands that you want to shoot if you do have that option to choose and pick what you're shooting, and have an awesome day pretty much. I hope this helps you guys in some ways. If you have got any questions or anything that I can help with, feel free to leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as I will be releasing more sort of videos like this, and feel free to check out the website to see the full set of photos. I'll link that down below, and I will be back soon, so bye for now.